Alright, I have watched enough videos to find out that there is a way to do this at level 60 Blue Mage. I'm level 65, but I've seen two different videos showing that one was healer stance, or like whatever it's called, etheric mimicry for healer, and one was etheric mimicry DPS, and that one just like kicked the frickin' Typhone, whatever his name is, it kicked that guy's butt as quickly as it could, because the imp portion of this fight comes from Ultros, and you have to suffer through two of those in order for Ultros to finally use 4 tons weight, which is actually a spell I would like to learn, even though it's not going to be really I don't know if I actually want it at all, but I want to learn it because I want to learn all the spells eventually. One of the videos didn't use toad oil, which was very surprising. And neither of the videos used the whistle, tingle, triple trident combo, which maybe because they were 60, that wasn't available to them. One video did use Super Naka, but kind of they were getting pushed away by a snort at the time they were using it, so I'm not entirely... We'll see. If I use this, if I actually post this video, awesome. If I don't, whatever. But I'm gonna try it. Level 65. We are entering the Dragon's Neck. We are going to be unsynced. So 65 we will be. And I have level 270 gear fully. When I hit 60, I spent all of my tomestones of poetics on it. Here we go. I have a feeling I will fail several times. Firstly, we're gonna have a cutscene, I think, entering. We're in the Dragon's Neck. There's this circular arena. There's a big gate. Well, never mind. Combatants, the final confrontation will be held here, atop the Dragon's Neck, says Dour Meadow. If all members of a team fell from the platform, they forfeit the match. Seafood soup is not on the menu today, kids. God, they're fucking way too fast. Jeez. But if I fall off the platform because I'm snorted off of it, it's over. I'm gonna start with a basic instinct. Toad oil. Gobskin. We're gonna do a bristle. We're gonna go full on assault on Typhon. We're gonna try that first. I'm zooming in too much, I don't like it. And that's all of the rotation I have. So we're gonna do some Ram's voices. We're gonna have to be at range. Yep. Ooh, I was almost knocked off. That was close. Gobskin is gone. I gotta put it back up in case he's about to hit me. He imped me. Okay, good timing on Gobskin. I'm just gonna run. We got 1 full minute of Gobskin. Sorry, of being imped. All you can do is run along the outside. It gives you the best chance of avoiding everything. You're a tiny bit faster because of predatory, whatever it's called. Wait, I can be snorted. I was gonna say, I can be snorted. Fuck. Yeah. I forgot, I didn't kill him in time. I don't think I can. I don't have the magic flute thingy. I don't think I would use it if I had it. Interesting. Okay. Alright. We're going to do the do-do-do-do-gan, so that's whistle, tingle, triple trident, super knockout. Can we kill you? Oh! I got knocked off. God damn. Okay. I didn't get knocked off the first time at that particular portion, so I don't remember doing that. Okay. Toad oil, Gobskin, bristle. Okay, we're gonna rotate around so I can't get knocked off. Instead of... Yeah, okay, we're good there. Okay, your Gops came back up. Yep, we're about to be imped. We're about to be imped, right? Actually, you lose your movement speed in imp. That's... I gotta make sure I'm not gonna be snorted off, so I gotta be kind of like... You're gonna get... They're fast enough, they're gonna hit you no matter frickin' what, so... Almost no way to avoid. You cannot. Come on! God, so close. So fucking close, dude. That sucks, dude. Okay. Okay, no. I'm rotating around to not get hit by that. I want the first hit of this super knocker thing to be Typhon, so make sure. Okay, Snort's coming next. Yep, there we go. I gotta make sure I got Gobskin back up. I got the imped. You kind of like turn into this little plant in the door thing. If you care about getting hit by this, what's it called? Aqua Breath, you can stun the knockback that Typhon is gonna do eventually here. It's not a big deal. There we go, okay. There's the knockback I was worried about. We have a full 25 more seconds here on this. But I got dodge up. Dodge the Mega Volt. I can always cure myself. I can palm cure myself when it's necessary. I don't want to be snorted off. Okay. For this, you just have to be under him. Even if you can't stun him, just be under him. And you won't be knocked off the platform. Like right under him. Palm cure. All good. Let's kill him now. Okay. Trident, combo. Awesome, he's down. Oh, I didn't imp. I did not get a chance to Gobskin, so I'm relying on dodge and running away. You can't get snorted off anymore, so don't worry about that. My dodge chance in there's the four. Okay, actually he did 4 tons weight in. Wait, this is the second imp. Yeah, that's right. I think I'm gonna be okay. I got 25 more seconds left of being a little Mandragora plant guy. You spend some time doing AoEs that you can easily run out of. Yep, we're good. I think we're good now. I might not learn it. I might not learn the 4 tons weight on this. Actually, I'm not running. How am I not running? That's crazy. He hasn't meleeed me. I've been lucky. We're awesome. We're very good here. I'm gonna kill you now, bud. Sorry. Although I might not kill you before... I got super knocked out. What am I doing that for? It's actually my first time using super knockout. We see the... Thwarted again! I feel like such a sucker! He turns like red and his tentacles curl up. Meanwhile, Typhon was like launched in the air. And Mercy claims the Mithril Cup. Says, Typhon was launched in the air and fell back down, dead. The tentacles of Ultros curled up. I did not learn... That's sad. I did not learn the spell I was here to learn. But this will still... Oh, I got Wind Up Ultros. I remember seeing that. I may or may not actually use them in my rotation of Let's exit. We might get another cutscene for the quest we were doing. I'll come back here now that I know I can pretty easily, actually, solo this. Just gotta make sure you're not snorted off. Make sure Gob skin is up right before you are imped, which is after the first snort. You have like maybe if, like after the first snort, which I also want to learn, by the way, which I didn't learn, sadly. Wait, I didn't learn that one, did I? I didn't see the thing pop. Yeah, I don't have any new spells. Okay. I want to learn you can learn snort from another blue mage thingy as well, but I'll go back to it. Now that I know I can do it on healer mode, no problem. Just gotta know Gob skin about, like, you do a Gob skin about 5 seconds after the snort, then it'll be up for the longest amount of time. Like, you'll have the most. So just FYI, if you didn't know, Gob skin's potency is increased to 250 if you're in healer mode, etheric mimicry healer, which I've done Thok Ast Thok hard mode. I was level 65 when I was doing it, so take that with a grain of salt. But Gob skin lasted most of the time the entire 25 to 30 second duration. Like, it absorbs quite a lot. So if you think about it, actually here's the thing. Palm Cure, healer mode, 500 potency, does 3944, which means that 250 potency, which is half of Palm Cure, would shield me for almost 2,000. What, this is 3944? 3744. So, in the 1800-ish range, 1800 to 2000, depending on if you get a good hit of it or whatever. Spells used to solo at 65. I know 65 probably makes it easy. I did do a Bristle, Song of Torment, definitely Toad Oil, Chirp, not necessary, Sharpened Knife, not necessary. You can pretty much, you kind of maybe even want to be doing Electrogenesis if they're at range, or Ram's Voice if they're near you. I didn't try stunning them because I think that they're probably immune. I saw a video where Bad Breath was used in the beginning and never again, I think, as far as I know. And I don't know if it's really... Whistle, Tingle, Triple Trident did good for me. I think I got that at 64 against monsters that were 60... No. Was I 62 and they were 65? I don't remember for sure. I got Serpanaka, literally yesterday. Actually, no, I got it today. It took me 10 tries at Thok Ast Thok hard. Palm Cure for sure. Once you have Palm Cure and you can do Etheric Mimicry to do healer mode, barely ever any need to do White Wind. But the DPS video, the guy that had Etheric Mimicry, I think it's called DPS. I can actually look it up. Etheric Mimicry, yeah, DPS. He had, his Palm Cures do way less. They do 100 potency, which means he cast it at a point in time where he was just out of imp mode, low on health. He cast Palm Cure, I think, twice, and then White Wind, because I have Diamondback. I saw another video where Diamondback was used in a group of blues, but I didn't see a point. That whole knockback, like the big knockback, if you're standing under the guy, I already forgot his name. I'm stupid like that. The floating guy. God damn it. Whatever. That's so stupid of me. If you're standing under the guy, you definitely need Gobskin. You won't get pushed back. It doesn't even do... you won't get pushed back off the platform, and it doesn't even do a lot of damage. I don't think it did damage at all, really. I didn't notice a hit, to be entirely honest. I have Chirp in 2 places. That's because, I don't know, I'm stupid like that. Did not use Exuviation. Probably couldn't, yeah. Gobskin for sure. Didn't use Blood Drain at all, because I don't have to use White Wind or Diamondback, and mana wasn't an issue. Could have used Swift Cast at some point in time to cast something. Didn't find a use for it. Abyssal Transfixion wasn't necessary. It's the same cast time as Electrogenesis, and I think that they're resistant to paralysis, but I don't know for sure. I think Bad Breath does put status ailments on them of maybe slow. Not too sure about blind, heavy, or paralysis. But yeah. That's that. Let's continue with Briardian. We're continuing the Coliseum Conundrum. Good show, Mercy. Your performance has earned us front row seats at the award ceremony. This should afford us the perfect vantage point to thwart the thief. Come, let us return to the Coliseum. I'm after doing it the first time and just noticing, well, no, I was snorted off. You gotta be prepared for the snort. I think that's the biggest thing. If you know when the snort is coming, you can pretty easily make sure that you're not going to be snorted off. If you remember that a snort happens after, I think the snort happened a particular amount of time after one of Ultros's AoEs. Anyway. Stop it. Go away. Teleport over to the Gladiators Guild. It was 280 gil to teleport back to Ul'dah. We talked to Dower Meadow to finish the quest. Cutscene. We're back in the Coliseum. Hildebrand is once again posing. He has several bodybuilder poses. It was a battle for the ages, but a worthy victor has risen to claim the spoils. And now, let's take a look at the relic that our champion has won. Hildebrand claps. Ultros is lurking with Typhon behind him. Behold, from the personal vaults of Master Feargeist himself, the Warden's Grace, a timeless treasure the likes of which our realm has never seen. One that's earned the attention of Eorzea's most prominent pilferer. On the table is what looks like a ring, a red gem, a red rectangular gem in the middle of it, a golden ring. We kind of see somebody else's view from above. Above you, says Briardian. Ladies and gentlemen, inspectors and invertebrates, the opening act dragged on overlong, but worry not, the main event is about to begin. Everybody looks up, and the white-garbed thief gives a bow. I know that you paid well for your seats here today, but I can assure you that my performance will not leave you disappointed. Now, I invite one and all to sit back and enjoy the show, he says. He snaps his finger in the air, as he is wont to do. Fireworks start to erupt in the Coliseum. Hildebrand rushes. Vile fiend, mark my words, you have stolen your last treasure. I swear it on the Manderville name. He rushes over, but a spear launches down. And Gilgamesh is slowly lowering into the Coliseum with Enkidu. Like, he's gripping Enkidu's foot. Enkidu is flapping wildly to try to slow him down. I think not, Hildegard. He gives a smile. Hildebrand looks up, smiles. Greg, 'tis always a pleasure to reunite with old friends, but your timing truly leaves something to be desired. And then Greg falls the rest of the way and picks up his spear. Hildebrand is behind him. Greg looks behind him on the other side, smiles. Greg looks the other way. It's like this back and forth. And Hildebrand has stolen his spear. Walks away. Mercy, you bested me once, but not today. I shall have my revenge when I pierce your chest with my spear. Do you not mean your skewer? Says Briardian. And in fact, he is holding the skewer of mushrooms. My spear! And Enkidu starts pecking at the mushrooms. He looks around to me, doesn't see it, Briardian doesn't see it. Hildebrand is stretching at the spear's back. Now Hildebrand is running around the Coliseum with Greg Gilgamesh chasing him.
Vile thief! Is there not a shred of honor in you? Return my weapon at once.
They're still just running around in a circle. The thief looks at the spear, at Gilgi. Oh, it seems we have an unexpected guest. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I fear attendance at today's performance is by invitation only. Snaps his finger in the air again. A mushroom appears and falls. It's the non-roasted kind. It starts giving off its scent in these yellow-green gaseous waves. Typhon is breathing it in. Now it's raining truffles, but the battle's already... Typhon is behind Ultros, getting ready to sneeze for sure.
Mr. Typhon? Just a moment. I'm sure I had a tissue here somewhat.
And he sneezes, another tornado lifts Enkidu, the ring, the gem with the ring, some other stuff in the air. We're all looking at it. Gilgi and I are kind of getting pushed back a little bit by the ongoing wind assault. Ultros smacks into the formation. They're both now in the tornado going up and up and up. We see a sparkling, little star kind of shaped thing. It's falling toward the thief.
Alas and alack, the ring sails straight into the hands of the fiend, says Hildebrand.
We're all seeing this. For some reason, Dour Meadow is smiling. Giving up so soon, are we? Those don't sound like the words of a Manderville man. Oh, that's... sorry.
Giving up so soon, are we? Those don't sound like the words of a Manderville man.
I see the basically naked legs of who I believe is gonna be... Fuck, what's his dad's name? Godbert. He's behind... Yeah. He's behind Typhon, and with one punch or kick, launches him into the opposite wall. Hildebrand's mouth is wide. We see a slow motion of the almost naked Godbert. Truly an incredible specimen of man, walking slowly into the arena, the Coliseum. He leaps quite a distance in front of Hildebrand, lifts him up by the legs, starts spinning him around by the legs. Hildebrand's arms are behind his head, his mouth just flapping in the wind. I think he's about to be, yeah.
But of course, brilliant, father. If the ring won't come to me, I shall go to the ring. Why, it'll be just like Dalamud.
Godbert nods as he springs.
Hildebrand, Helidor, Maximilian Manderville. Skyward, as only a Manderville can.
Like lightning is erupting, and this torrent of dirt. Hildebrand is launched into the air by his father at warp speed, straight past the ring.
Father, you know not your own strength!
And he's launched through the roof of the Coliseum. The thief just watches this. Everybody just watches this. Cutscene fades to black. And now cutscene continues outside of the Coliseum. Those Subligar quad guys, whatever, are doing their battle motions or whatever. 997, 998, 990. Two of them are doing their motions while the other two are just one seems sad, the other is trying to console the sad one. You see the missile that is Hildebrand launched in the air. Maybe a football field above the Coliseum is falling now. We see Enkidu also. Hildebrand just does a dive. Dives, goes into a pure dive position straight into the concrete. And once again, he is embedded halfway into the concrete. Torso down, unvisible, head not visible. Legs straight up in the air. The four Subligar bald men surround him. They start doing paper, rock, scissors. They all nod to each other. They all get into position. Energy surrounds them for a second. Is directed at Hildebrand. These legs, they look strangely familiar, says Hutchin. They start to kick, the legs. Hildebrand's legs start to kick. We just see the sun in a blue sky. Back in the Coliseum, Ellie and Nashu run to the rest of us. Nashu's looking around. Ha! Put a little too much spin on that one, it seems, says Godbert. The jewel is in the thief's hand, the man of 1,000 faces. Not exactly as planned, but who can argue with the results? Save for one thing, this ring is a fake. He tosses it back into the Coliseum. It kind of glitters on its way down. Lands on the ground near my feet, but not too close. But no matter, I have a feeling this will lead me to the true treasure. Until next time, friends, you have been a most attentive audience. He's got a key dangling from his finger. That key! Bloody hells, says Dour Meadow. Guards, seize the fiend at once. Guards rush in. 2 of them. Burly Roganin man. Actually, 4. 2 on either side of him. Thief snaps his fingers in the air again. One of those firebomb looking mobs floats down in front of all of us. Grows larger, grows larger, grows larger, grows larger. He's enormous now. Explodes, but into like confetti. Only really knocking over Dour Meadow. And in that distraction, the thief is gone. I guess the guards were. Now she's clapping. She's a good show. I love Nashu. She's hilarious. One of the stone torches comes up. It's too late, sir. The second prize, the Ring of Inquiry, it's gone. Dour Meadow's taken aback by this. Second prize? What is the meaning of this? Says Ellie. I stand with the fake ring in my hand. Many-faced fiend or no, the man spoke true. A master goldsmith's eyes cannot be deceived. The sun sphere is clearly a second-rate replica, says Godbert. He looks over to Dour Meadow. Dour Meadow's like, preposterous. It's just the dim lighting. Yes, if you'll just step over here. Boos from the crowd wash over Dour Meadow. He's not happy. Have you taken ill, friend? You seem to be perspiring most heavily, says Briardian. But let's not be so hasty, friends. I can explain. He's starting to back away. We see Avila atop the Coliseum. The 3 guards are escorting him out. We see Hildebrand now stumbling into the Coliseum. Dirty. Cracked IP. Oh, sorry, he's atop near Avila. I sold out my honor, joined forces with that odious octopus, all for a false treasure. What a fool I have been. Whatever was I thinking? Hildebrand is behind her. Do not berate yourself so, Miss Avila. Why, it was exactly as you said. Was it not? You were thinking of dear Hegelina and nothing more. She turns to him. I suppose I was at that. How do you know my sister's name? He's like, I assure you, young miss, under no circumstances did I tail you to the Nanawa mines to eavesdrop on your intimately personal dialogue with your beloved sister. She crosses her arms. He looks like he thinks he's in much trouble. Mouth agape, 2 knees down, deep bow. She turns away. Ugh, you have the right of it. Blinded by the prospect of fortune and fame, I lost sight of myself and what I truly was fighting for. My honor and my sister's trust will not easily be regained, but I will not shirk from the challenge. He looks up from his deep bow. Cutscene fades to black. We're back down in the lower Coliseum where the fights would happen, and Hildebrand is here. One mystery still remains. Before the thief had identified the ring as fake, he had already acquired the key to the storeroom, says Briardian. Clearly the second prize, this Ring of Inquiry, was his target from the start. But why? There must be some pattern to the items the fiend has stolen, a pattern that betrays his true intentions. The Treaty Blade, Azima's Virtue, the Ring of Inquiry, all relics with quite a history, or to be more precise, relics from the era of the Beladians. That was Godbert. This is Bravo ELAH apostrophe Delta IA Nancy Sam. Beladians. Hildebrand does a pose. Fingers pointing to his head and has a eureka moment. Oh, if that is so, the answer is clear as day. The fiend means to found Eorzea's greatest museum of Beladian history, pushing up the prices and gouging honest men out of their hard-earned coin. Doubtless another one of his cards will appear on the scene to tell us just as much. He smiles over at Briardian. Nasha looks like she's fallen asleep, standing up again. We wait. And wait. Nasha wakes up. Briardian looks around. I cock my head. Hildebrand is still like a big smile. Finger pointed up. We see a card pop into existence. Nasha looks up at it first. It's kind of floating in the air above all of us. Hildebrand smiles up at it. Everybody looks up at it. It's still kind of flipping around in the air. Ellie just gives me a shrug. It is a really, really big card. It embeds itself in the ground. A mushroom falls, having been dislodged from a perch above. Hildebrand walks around the card. Godbert just breathes on it, and it falls. Briardian has to launch himself out of the way, sliding along the ground. Hildebrand does a pose. It still falls entirely on Briardian. Nashu looks like she's about to sneeze. It is about to sneeze. Hildebrand keeps posing. She sneezes, the card is launched back up and now falls on Hildebrand. The sneeze from Typhon was the actual thing behind Nashu. He sneezed as well. It sneezed as well. And we can see it floating out back to where it was living or whatever. So now the giant card is on top of Hildebrand. Briardian is fine. He stands up. Hildebrand is like trying to twitch underneath it. I have enjoyed our little game, but all good things must come to an end. I shall claim the 4 sacred treasures, and justice shall be served, says Ellie, I think reading the card. So this is the thief's final challenge to us, but what are these 4 treasures of which he speaks? The card keeps twitching with Hildebrand underneath it. Where the 4 treasures of the Belladia become one, the wicked shall be judged in the blazing light of sun, says Godbert. Everybody perks up except for Nashu, who's still trying to fall asleep, standing up. An old legend, little more than a fairy tale, at that, and yet it seems the Phantom believes there is some truth in these words. 4 sacred relics from Belladia. The Warden's justice. Lofty words coming from a glorified footpad. This is Briardian. One who's winning over the common folk by the day, if rumors are to be believed. It would seem the tales of a master thief ruffling the feathers of the rich and famous have won the man more than a few admirers, says Ellie. Consider his targets thus far. An Uldan collector and her hired thugs, a trading mogul and the brass blades, and now a mining magnate and the stone torches. Is it any surprise that the sympathies of ordinary Uldans would lie with the perpetrator rather than his victims? Astutely observed, Miss Ellie. Our quarry clearly harbors no small degree of resentment for wealth and authority. Might his next target be the member of the syndicate, perhaps the Sultana herself, says Briardian. Still, the card twitches a couple more times. Ha! Then it will be to his downfall, for the greater the challenge, the higher I rise. just one moment, if you would, says Hildebrand, under the card still. We hear rustling, obviously, and he's up. His tux is now damaged from several things, but Mark my words, ye of many faces, there is but one man who shall lay claim to the 4 lost relics of Balladia, and it shall be Hildebrand, agent of enquiry, inspector extraordinaire. He's hugging himself, smiles to the heavens. Briardian crosses his arms, Ellie shrugs, points to, yes, I'm sure that inspires us all with great confidence. We do see that completely like black shadowy male figure, but Godbert notices him up above us. Was that? No, it couldn't be. Ha! Methinks Godbert may need a new pair of spectacles. Whatever Lola wants. The Coliseum Conundrum is complete. I believe we're gonna have one of those little like final cutscene things with the old style, like ba-da-ba, this is ba-da, ba-da-da-da-da. Is it this? Is it that? And indeed we do. It's a race to recover the 4 lost relics of Balladia. As the fiend's true identity and aspirations are revealed, will Eorzea fall prey to the forces of evil? Or will our hero do what only a Manderville can? Hildebrand will return in her last vow. I, however, will not be doing that tonight, I'm pretty sure. No, probably not. Once again, so there was, at the end of this kind of little flash cutscene, the 5 of them, so Briardian, Ellie, Hildebrand, Nashu, and Godbert were kind of like slow walking toward the camera. They're still in the position of taking a step, but it's like a freeze, and Nashu turns to the camera. Like, so we're seeing the backs of all of them, but Nashu's turned to the camera. For some reason, she wears her tuxedo thing in these things, but she doesn't wear it in the other quests, so I don't know what that's about. But the key to the next case is a mask. Have you ever worn a mask for so long that you forgot what you actually looked like? I have. And one of those little cobalt, what are they called? The ore monster things with Enkidu riding on top of it, like ran across in front of everybody, and their heads all turned to watch it, and then Enkidu like flew up and over a railing just long enough for them to crash down out of sight on the other side. And how did they freeze in midair like that? Talk about a mystery. Oh well, see you next time. And she waves to the camera, and everybody else goes back to their straight, their heads looking straight on as they are freeze frame in a walk position. I am going to... Okay. You've already seen the fight. I'm going to be doing it a couple more times until I learn Snort and 4 tons weight, or whatever it's called. Yeah. You've seen it. You understand how it works. I have to pee, so I think this is the end of the video. So the Coliseum Conundrum is complete. We did the Dragon's Neck. Hope you enjoy whatever video you watch next of mine or anyone else's, but I will see you next time that you watch one of mine. Bye for now.